My third session of my final day of South by Southwest, I attended the Science Will Win podcast speaker, which talked about the future of cancer. Now, I accidentally stumbled upon this session, and sometimes those have been my favorite ones. So I was in the Creative Industry Expo, and I saw the podcast lounge, and immediately walked over as they were just about to start. So I called my notes for this from data to diagnosis. We understand the power of AI, but I've never heard it touched on just on how impactful it can be in healthcare and specifically oncology. We are moving toward a more precise and targeted way of having effective treatments and ultimately improving the lives of cancer patients worldwide. So the CEO of Tiger Lily was there. She is a breast cancer survivor, and she touched on just how like her app and her business now has helped so many women just to find like diagnosis and feel comfortable with what they are going through and having that support on that level. And AI is revolutionizing healthcare by having tactics be leveraged while also keeping the patient's journey personal. So I think the first thing here is that we're having medicine and vaccines like faster than ever before, and they specifically talked about this in the private sector of collaboration. They want to challenge what's not working for patients and find the solution through that. And they said that building partnerships is pretty hard, is one of their hardest problems. But one of the coolest things is that their data is open source and is available, so credible researchers can then take it to accelerate this bridge and breakthroughs. They're not being stingy with it. And then the panel was absolutely crazy for this. So we had Edward Cox, he works at Pfizer, Julia Gerdenbing, and she works for the foundation of the National Institutions of Health, and then Maymai Camaro, which is the founder of Tiger Lily and is an 18-year breast cancer survivor. So then they kind of talked through how AI will help in this regard, as it's a better quality of life, but it's also a longer life. The technology from Maymai herself, she said that the technology failed her when she was going through, and that she should not be here today as an 18-year breast cancer survivor with no relapses. She said that she had to be pushy originally. She knew that something was wrong with her body, and the scans came back clean. They said that she was too young at the time to be experiencing breast cancer, and clearly shoved her off. So she wanted to create something where women feel empowered and they can at least know the signs by going further instead of just being shoved off as though she was. And she says that she wants to create this push in AI so that she can help create personalized like approaches to this, such as screenings, just having like healthcare literacy in this regard, and as things have not been so awesome beforehand. And they've all touched on how much the world has just changed in the last 4 years. No one used telehealth. We trained our whole world to like get diagnosed in this way every single day, so we know it's viable and can continue on with Tiger Lily. It is so cool, and the biggest aspect of this that she wanted to touch on was keeping this journey personal. No two persons' journey is alike, especially through that walk of life. So she's like, what can we do with the things that were not possible beforehand that we can do now while also keeping the specific data personal? She says, I can't think of an area where AI would be more important. What's also really interesting is that she wants to have a brand that is an outreach to communities and can be a safe place for engagement. And the alternative that she called and made up is called the seagull approach. She says a lot of times you see a fish grabbing, the fish in the water, see the seagull grabbing a fish in the water, and then they pop right back out to the sky. And she's like, that's what a lot of people seem to be doing, like with her and Tiger Lily. They want to be a part of it, but they swoop in, grab what they need, and then just pop right back up to the sky. But she wants to have a truly engaged activity and following in this regard. She goes out to the community. She's also African American, so there's different build up there. So she wants to have those communities and have that center of engagement as people walk through these life, as people who have been infected with this walk through life. She now gets to partner with bigger names like Pfizer in order to make bigger moves on this. And just a little bit there, like digital media and AI is very personal at times with this data collection. The solutions are in hundreds of millions. No two peoples is going to be alike. And she's trying to figure out how she can use AI to support those with cancer, but also have that overall prolonging of life and enrichment in life. And she says the quality of life is what's involving. AI is the most recent breakthrough to take digital health to the next level. And at this point, we are never, ever, ever going to revert on digital health. So, what should the industry focus on is human connection. We cannot forget our human connection. And even though we have AI, we need to apply empathy in all situations.